Hey everybody, today we are going to just be drawing a face with charcoal, and I'm going to show you how to the best of my ability. So here's our reference image. Woo! First of all, we want to just get the overall proportions to make sure that our image is going to fit onto the paper that we're using. So we're going to be looking at the image, and we're just looking at a basic shape. Maybe a circle, oval type shape to just establish certain points. It's good to start with the ears because they're usually right in the middle and they'll give us a sense of how high and low we are going. So we're not worried about shapes too much yet, so just ear. Then we know where our chin is going to be. Up, keeping it very, very light at the moment. This can all be undone. And watching the shape come up here, over to the head. And roughly speaking, we have our shape. Now we'll draw in our neck, which is coming here, and off we go. Away we go. So that's our basic shape outline for the head. Now we're going to find our features. So let's go back to our ears. And then just bring it across, get the other ear, and there you go. That's the two ears. Now we know the nose is going to be directly on the same line as the bottom of the ears. So our nose is coming in here. Roughly like that. We can just draw in the highlight there, which we'll come back to soon. So now we're going to draw our lips. So we're going to take a line down from the bottom of the nose, and the lip is very close, so it's just about here is the top of the lip. Draw in our top lip shape. Draw the line where the lips meet, which is going to be a darker line, and then draw the bottom lip. Now there's going to be a little shadow underneath the bottom lip where the chin is protruding out. Draw a little circle for the chin. We're going to shade in the top lip. And we'll shade in the bottom part of the bottom lip. The more that we start to fill in some details, we're going to be making changes as we go, because as you start to establish, say, the lips, you'll realize then, oh, the nose is slightly off, and you can readjust the nose. But you don't want to go crazy with it, we're not trying to create perfection here. You're never going to get it exactly right. As long as it's somewhat correct, it's okay. Now, we're going to try and get our eyes in. So if we take a line directly up from the outside of the nose, all the way up, then we get the inside of the left eye. So we go like this. And the pupil. Then the eyebrow. Again, just checking that our proportions are okay. Eyebrow. That's one eye. Then we'll do the same with the other side of the nose. We're going to take the far side of the nose, line up, inside of the eye begins. Pupil. Eyebrow. Nice big shapes for the eyebrows. Okay, so that's our rough face now at the moment. Doesn't really look anything like the model, but that's okay. The earrings. I liked, when I saw the earrings in this photograph, I thought it looked cool. They're very eye-catching. create a nice shape. All right, so now we've got all of our features basically in place. And now we're just going to start to do some shading. So let's start with like the most biggest blocks of shading. So we're going to take the neck here. And we're going to fill all this out here now. Now guys, sometimes it's very helpful to actually squint your eyes, because if you squint your eyes, your vision becomes somewhat blurry and you're able to see the shapes a lot more, distinctly. Because if you have your eyes wide open and you're looking at the reference image, it's very hard to kind of make decisions about where the shape begins and where it ends. Because if your eyes are open, there's like an endless amount of detail that you're looking at. But if you blur your eyes, then shapes start to become more separated. And that helps to form your drawing, because you want your drawing to work from vague shapes, big shapes, to more and more smaller shapes. So here now I've just drawn this big wide shape for the neck shadow. And if we want later on, we can come in and we can try and find some more details. But for now, that'll do. Then we're going to just create a shadow for here, underneath the chin, where the chin meets the lips. Then shadow coming up the side of the face, the cheek bone. Then a shadow coming up the other side of the cheek. Now, we can do all of the ear in one vague shadow for now. We'll come back in later. And then we're going to come back in and darken the lips, because they're very dark. And if you notice that the shadow is darker at the lower part of the lip. So we're going to keep the upper lip a little bit unshaded. Bottom lip, we want to draw that line here. Can blur it a little bit. Smudge a little bit. Okay, now the nose. We seem to just have one main shape of shadow, which goes across the bottom of the nose, like so. And we have a smaller shadow, lighter shadow around the nose, and up. And guys, if you're drawing with a pencil, obviously you can't smudge like this, but just don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. I promise. Now, something I'm actually going to do as well is I'm going to shade the entire face, because technically speaking, the whole face is actually in shadow to a certain degree. Even the highlight is in a certain shadow. Because if you look at the white behind the face, that's actually more white than anywhere on the face. Maybe the lips are as white. But essentially the whole face is in shadow a little bit. And that's usually the case. So we'll just throw in this shadow and we can just smudge this. And this is also going to help us when we get our eraser now in a second. We're going to be able to pull out some of the highlights to emphasize some of the areas of highlight. Okay, so let's get our eraser and start pulling out some highlights. Baby, baby. Now I've got some stuff here. I think this is either putty or blue tack. I'm not even sure. I have it all mixed together. It basically does the same thing as far as I know. Oh wait, no, I think this is putty. I don't know. I think this is putty. We're going to use this to bring out some of the highlights. So we're just bringing out some of the highlights here. Now we've got our basic shadows put in. We can start coming in and darkening things. So first thing is I'm going to come to the eyes, and we're going to darken the eyes. Okay, so you can see how much better that eye looks now from just a little bit of rendering. It's coming together nicely. Let's go to the left ear now and okay, I've never been good at doing ears. I just never feel happy with them. They're so hard to like, they just never look right for me. I don't know why. And I'm always so confident when I'm doing an ear. I'm like, this time it's going to be great. And it just never looks right. Guys, if anyone knows how to make an ear look good, please tell me. Like, I hate that ear. Look at it. It's disgusting. All right, guys, so I'm just checking in. I've been just drawing there now. I'll be honest with you, I've kind of lost the ability to describe what I'm doing at this point because, to be honest, like, I'm actually, like, I'm not really sure. Like, I was able to describe the first part because I knew what I was doing, but at this point now, I don't feel so confident, and it's almost like, I don't know, I'm like becoming desperate to try and make it good. It's interesting. It's interesting. Look at my filthy little hands. But yeah, like I've lost the ability to focus now, or to I can't describe what I'm doing or something. I don't know. So I'm going to keep drawing and see what happens. Okay, it's looking pretty good again. I thought we were in big trouble there for a while. I want to try and get some highlights going. Okay, and that is how you draw a face. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. I think in the next video we might do something else. We might draw from our imagination, which is a lot of fun as well. But yeah, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time.